Let's face it, there are guns that scream practicality, power, and reliability. And then there are guns that make you stop and think, who thought this was a good idea? In 2025, as firearm technology reaches new heights, some weapons still manage to defy all logic and common sense. These are the guns that make even experienced shooters cringe, the ones you'd never want to bet your life on. So what are these firearms and why should you avoid them like the plague? Stick around because by the end of this, you'll know exactly which guns to steer clear of, and why carrying them might just make you look like an idiot. When the Taurus Curve debuted, it was marketed as a revolutionary step forward in concealed carry. Its curved frame was designed to hug the contours of your body, making it more comfortable to carry discreetly. The concept was intriguing, and for a moment it seemed like Taurus had broken new ground. But the Curve's flaws quickly became apparent. First off, the lack of traditional sights is a glaring issue. Taurus replaced them with a built-in laser and LED light system, assuming users would rely solely on point shooting or laser alignment. But in high-stress situations, when your adrenaline is pumping, relying on a laser instead of instinctive aiming can be a fatal mistake. If your laser malfunctions or you're in bright daylight, you're left guessing. The .380 ACP caliber doesn't inspire much confidence either. While it's a popular cartridge for compact firearms, its stopping power is limited compared to 9mm or larger calibers. Add to that the Curve's stiff, mushy trigger that makes accurate shooting a challenge, and you've got a gun that feels more like a gimmick than a serious self-defense tool. The gun's awkward grip design doesn't help matters. Instead of feeling secure and natural, it feels like you're holding a warped piece of plastic. Sure, it's light and compact, but what good is that if it compromises your ability to shoot effectively? In 2025, when gun owners have access to sleek, reliable compact pistols like the Sig Sauer P365 and Glock 43X, carrying a Taurus Curve is like showing up to a car race on a unicycle. The double-tap defense pocket pistol was hyped as the ultimate backup gun, a compact, double-barreled pistol that could deliver 2 quick shots in emergencies. The idea was simple, a no-nonsense firearm you could easily carry in your pocket. But in execution, the double-tap is little more than a punishing toy. Let's start with the recoil. The double-tap is available in .45 ACP and 9mm, 2 calibers that pack a punch. However, when fired from such a tiny, lightweight frame, the recoil is downright abusive. Imagine shooting a firecracker while holding onto a razor blade. That's how it feels. After one shot, your hand is stinging, your grip is shaky, and your accuracy's out the window. And then there's the capacity, just 2 shots. 2. In a world where even the smallest semi-automatic pistols can hold 6 to 10 rounds, 2 shots are laughably inadequate. Sure, you can store 2 extra rounds in the grip, but reloading the double tap's break action mechanism under pressure is an exercise in futility. The absence of a trigger guard also raises serious safety concerns. The minimalist design might look sleek, but it increases the risk of accidental discharges. Combine that with its exorbitant price tag, and the double tap becomes a poster child for style over substance. In 2025, when better pocket pistols like the Ruger LCP Max exist, there's no excuse for carrying this overpriced mistake. If there's one gun on this list that looks more at home in a history book than in your holster, it's the Mossberg Brownie. Originally designed in the early 1900s, this 4-barreled pocket pistol was groundbreaking for its time. Back then, the idea of a small, concealable firearm with multiple barrels was quite innovative. But in 2025, carrying a Mossberg Brownie is the equivalent of using a horse and a buggy to commute to work. Charmingly nostalgic, but hopelessly impractical. The Brownie is chambered in .22 LR, a cartridge known for its low recoil and affordability. On the surface, that might sound like a good choice, but here's the problem. .22 LR lacks stopping power. While it's great for plinking at the range, target practice, or even hunting small game, it's not the cartridge you want to rely on when defending your life. In a self-defense scenario, you need a gun that can stop a threat quickly and effectively. With a .22 LR, you're banking on precise aim and multiple follow-up shots, neither of which is guaranteed in high-stress situations. And then there's the design. The Brownie's rotating firing pin mechanism, which allows it to fire from each of its 4 barrels, may have been cutting edge over a century ago, but today it's painfully slow and clunky. Reloading this gun is an exercise in patience. You need to open the gun, manually extract each spent casing, and then reload each barrel one at a time. Compare that to a modern semi-automatic or revolver that can be reloaded in seconds, and the Brownie feels like it's from another era entirely. The grip doesn't help matters. It's tiny and awkward, offering little in the way of control or comfort. Firing the Brownie can feel like holding a toy gun, which is far from reassuring when your safety is on the line. Let's be honest, the Mossberg Brownie is a collector's item, not a serious carry weapon. Sure, it has historical charm, and it might earn you a nod of appreciation from enthusiasts at the range, but in a life-or-death situation, it's the last thing you want in your hand. In 2025, with countless modern, reliable, and efficient firearms available, carrying a Brownie isn't just outdated, it's downright foolish. The Derringer is a classic design that has stood the test of time, for better or worse. While it's small, easy to conceal, and undeniably iconic, the .45 Colt 410 variant is a prime example of a gun that overestimates its own usefulness. The idea of a pistol that can fire both .45 Colt cartridges and .410 shotgun shells sounds appealing, but in practice, it's a mess. The recoil is punishing, especially when firing .410 shells, making follow-up shots a challenge. And let's not forget the abysmal accuracy. Unless your attacker is within arm's reach, good luck hitting anything with precision. Its 2-shot capacity is another major drawback. In today's world, where compact semi-automatics offer high capacities without sacrificing size, the Derringer feels woefully inadequate. Reloading is a slow, awkward process, requiring you to manually open the barrel, remove spent casings, and insert fresh rounds. Handling the Derringer is no picnic either. Its tiny grip and heavy trigger pull make it difficult to shoot comfortably or accurately. And while its nostalgic charm might appeal to some, carrying a Derringer for self-defense in 2025 is like bringing a knife to a gunfight. Romantic, but utterly impractical. No list of impractical guns would be complete without mentioning the Desert Eagle 50 AE. This behemoth of a handgun is a marvel of engineering, but it's also a textbook example of form over function. While it's undeniably powerful and iconic, carrying one for self-defense is borderline absurd. Let's start with the size. The Desert Eagle is enormous, making it nearly impossible to conceal without looking like you're smuggling a small toolbox. Its weight is another issue. At over 4 pounds loaded, it's one of the heaviest handguns on the market. Carrying it for extended periods feels less like self-defense and more like strength training. The 50 AE caliber, while impressive, is grossly overpowered for most real-world scenarios. Shooting it indoors could leave you temporarily deaf, and the recoil makes follow-up shots a nightmare. The sheer power of the cartridge also comes with a hefty price tag. Ammo for the Desert Eagle isn't cheap, and you'll burn through cash just trying to practice with it. And let's not forget practicality. The Desert Eagle's size, weight, and power make it more suited for Hollywood action scenes than real-life self-defense. While it's great for turning heads at the range, carrying one in 2025 is a decision that will likely leave you regretting your life choices. So there you have it. 5 guns that no one in their right mind should carry in 2025. Whether it's due to impractical design, outdated technology, or sheer absurdity, these firearms are better left in the past or at least in your gun safe. When it comes to self-defense, reliability, practicality, and ease of use should always come first. Now, what's the worst gun you've ever seen someone carry? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more fun and informative content. And hey, don't forget to ring that notification bell so you never miss a shot. Stay smart, stay safe, and we'll see you in the next video.